Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, let us start today's mathematics class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 6, triangles, lecture number 2. Children, content I am going to cover from NCERT. Fine, students? Children, in lecture number 1, I made you understand the concept of similar figures, similar triangles, and even I explained you the difference between congruency and similarity also. Fine children, along with it I explained you basic proportionality theorem as well as its converse. So children, in today's lecture, the topics which I am going to cover, they are number 1, first of all I will make you recall the concept of similar triangles. Secondly, I will make you recall the statement of basic proportionality theorem as well as its converse. And children, ultimately we will be doing some sums, or I should call some problems based on basic proportionality theorem and its converse from exercise 6.2 of NCERT. Fine children? So here is our concept of similar triangles. Children, before I explain you about the similar triangles, you must be knowing what is triangle. Triangle is actually a polygon, or I should call it a simple closed curve, which is made up of 3 line segments. It has 3 sides and 3 angles. Fine children? Now, 2 triangles are said to be similar if, what is the first condition of similarity? If number 1, their corresponding angles are equal. Number 2, their corresponding sides are proportional. Means their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Correct children? So let us take one example regarding it. For example, here I have taken 2 triangles in triangle ABC and in triangle PQR. Here there are the figures of both the triangles. Children, here you can see that this is triangle ABC, the very first triangle, and this is triangle PQR, another triangle. Here angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and angle C is equal to angle R. Fine. Means all the corresponding angles are equal. Okay. And the ratio of the corresponding sides, AB is in the correspondence with the side PQ, BC is in the correspondence with side QR, and AC in the correspondence with side PR. So if AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR, it means the corresponding sides are also in the same ratio. Corresponding angles are also equal and corresponding sides are also in proportion. So what can we say children? That triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This curve shape is basically the symbol, or I should call it a sign for similar to. Got it children? Now children, our next topic is that I am going to make you recall the statement of basic proportionality theorem, which is known as Thales theorem also, and this is theorem 6.1 in your NCERT book. What is its statement? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other 2 sides at distinct points, then the other 2 sides are also divided in the same ratio. Got it children? Children, the proof of this theorem I explained you in my previous lecture. So let us once understand the statement through this diagram. Here you can see that there is a triangle ABC. A line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle. Here children, you can see that DE, or you can call it line L, is that line which is parallel to one side of a triangle. Means this is parallel to the side BC. Okay. And it is going to intersect the side AB as well as AC at point D and E. And they both are distinct points. Okay. So what we are going to learn through this theorem, that whenever there is a line which is intersecting 2 sides of a triangle at two distinct points as well as it is parallel to the third side of a triangle, then it divides the other two sides in the same ratio. So what did we learn through this? That if DE is parallel to BC, it means AD upon DB must be equal to AE upon EC. Correct, children? Or including in this theorem, I included its corollary as well. In corollary, what did we learn? That AD upon AB means this smaller part divided by a bigger part must be equal to AE upon AC. Correct, students? Through this parallel line, children, you can see that AB as well as AC are basically divided in two parts. Okay. So in corollary, either you can take this part AD or you can take DB also. So if I am going to apply the corollary for DB part, so what should I write? It should be DB divided by AB is equal to EC divided by AC. Correct, children? So these are basically three results using basic proportionality theorem. Now children, let us recall its converse. Converse of basic proportionality theorem. This is theorem number 6.2 in your NCERT book. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then line must be parallel to the third side. But according to the theorem basic proportionality, we had been given that a line which is parallel to the third side and it is going to divide the other two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. But as it is the converse of basic proportionality theorem, so definitely whatever we proved in basic proportionality theorem, that will be given here. And whatever was given, that we have to prove. Correct, children? So I am going to repeat the statement. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then line must be parallel to the third side. Got it, children? The proof of converse of basic proportionality theorem also I have explained you in my previous lecture. Got it, children? So now let us start doing few questions in which the application of BPT. BPT is nothing but the short form of basic proportionality theorem, or even I can call it Thales theorem also. Okay, as well as its converse. So children, I am going to take question number 4 from exercise 6.2. As question 1 to 3 are covered by me in my previous lecture. Okay, children. So in figure 6.19, this is figure 6.19. DE, this is DE, you can see in the diagram for better clarity of the concept. DE is parallel to AC and DF is parallel to AE. What we have to prove? We have to prove that BF upon FE is equal to BE upon EC. Got it, children? Now children, in these questions always to prove will help you to choose the appropriate triangle. Just have a look. Here you can see that I want BF upon FE. So which particular triangle I have to take so that both the sides must be occurring in that. That is BF upon FE. So choose the triangle, please. It will be triangle BAE. So children, how to start its solution? In triangle BAE, as we know that DF is parallel to AE. If DF is parallel to AE, so by basic proportionality theorem, we know that the ratio of rest of the two sides must be equal. So it means we can say that BD upon DA is equal to BF upon FE. Right, children? So let us consider them as equation number 1. Now according to prove, I want to prove that BF upon FE must be equal to BE upon EC. Correct, children? So what can be done for this? Definitely now this BE upon EC will help me to choose the appropriate triangle so that I can apply BPT in that very triangle. Okay. Now which triangle, children, I have to take? Just have a look. This is BE upon EC. Means I have to take the complete bigger triangle. That is triangle BAC. So in triangle BAC, here children you can see in the diagram as DE is parallel to AC. This is DE which is parallel to AC. So let us apply BPT in it now. As DE is parallel to AC, so by basic proportionality theorem, we can say that BE upon EC must be equal to BD upon DA. Let us check it on the basis of diagram. It should be BE upon EC, which is the requirement actually. Okay. This must be equal to BD upon DA. Correct? So, let us consider it as equation number 2. Now children, here you can see that equation number 1 and equation number 2, they, in whatever expressions are used in both the equations, they both are equal to BF upon FE. So if BD upon DA is equal to BF upon FE and BE upon EC is also equal to BD upon DA. So from equation number 1 as well as from equation number 2, we can imply that BF upon FE is equal to BE upon EC. So the same thing we wanted to prove. Got it children? So what did we want to prove? We wanted to prove that BF upon FE must be equal to BE upon EC. Got it children? So in this way we will have to apply basic proportionality theorem. Got it? Now children, let us switch to next question, that is question number 6. In figure 6.21, A, B, C are the points on OP, OQ and OR respectively, such that AB is parallel to PQ, AC is parallel to PR, then show that BC is also parallel to QR. Fine children? So this is figure number 6.21. Here you can see the figure. Now let us start its solution, what has been given, so that we can reach on the conclusion. You can see that there is a in triangle OPQ. This is O, this is P, this is Q. Why children I have chosen this very triangle? There is a reason behind it, because I will be having given that AB is parallel to PQ. So definitely to apply basic proportionality theorem, I have to choose that very triangle in which these both parallel sides are lying. Okay. So here AB is parallel to PQ in triangle OPQ. So by BPT, what can we say children? OA upon AP is equal to OB upon BQ. That is equation number 1 according to theorem 6.1. Got it? Now have a look what else is given. I will be having AC is parallel to PR given. So let us choose that very triangle in which these two parallel sides are lying. So which triangle children I have to choose? I have to choose triangle OPR. Have a look in the diagram. In triangle OPR, you can see that AC is parallel to PR. So let us apply basic proportionality theorem. According to BPT or according to Thales theorem, we can say that OA upon AP is equal to OC upon CR. Have a look. OA upon AP is equal to OC upon CR. So let us consider it as equation number 2. Now what was equation number 1? That is OA upon AP is equal to OB upon BQ. That was equation number 1. So children, you can notice one thing. From equation number 1 and from equation number 2, we get that OB upon BQ is equal to OC upon CR. What is the reason? Why? Because both of these expressions are equal to OA upon AP in equation number 2 as well as in equation number 1. Got it children? So now just let me know one thing. If the ratio of the other two sides are equal, then can we say that the line which is going to intersect both of those lines, that line must be parallel to the third side of the triangle. So now on the basis of this ratio, OB upon BQ is equal to OC upon CR, I am going to choose the triangle. Please have a look children. This is OB upon BQ is equal to OC upon CR. So when the ratio of these two sides is equal, then we can say that BC must be parallel to QR. How? By the converse of basic proportionality theorem. The same thing, children, we wanted to prove. So this is hence proved. Okay, now children, let us switch to the next question, in which we will learn the usage of or the application of basic proportionality theorem. Okay, now using theorem 6.1, that is using basic proportionality theorem, or I can call it Thales theorem, prove that a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to the another side bisects the third side. Children, have you ever heard this statement earlier? Yes, this is actually the statement of midpoint theorem which you learnt in class 9th. So according to midpoint theorem, what did you learn? That we are going to prove that whenever there is a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle and that line is parallel to the another side, it means it is going to bisect the third side also. Means in third side also you will be getting a point as midpoint. Okay, wherever it is going to intersect that third side. Got it, children? So now using basic proportionality theorem, I am going to make you understand how to prove midpoint theorem. Fine, children. So for that, first of all, we are going to consider a triangle ABC in which D is the midpoint of AB. Children, if D is the midpoint of AB, then you can say that AD must be equal to DB. AD must be equal to DB. So can I write it like this? AD upon DB is equal to 1. Because if I am going to cross multiply, I will be getting the same result. That is AD is equal to DB. So let us consider it as equation number 1. Now children, you can better understand through diagram. Have a look on the diagram. This is ABC is a triangle. Okay. L is a line which is going to intersect AB at point D and AC at point E. And this line L is parallel to BC. And what else we will be having? Given that D is the midpoint of AB. So we can say that AD must be equal to DB, as I have just explained you. Fine, children. Okay. Now as you know that in any triangle, whenever there is any line which is going to intersect two sides of a triangle at a distinct point and that is parallel to the third side, then according to basic proportionality theorem, the ratio of the other two sides must be equal. So let us apply basic proportionality theorem. So by BPT we can say that AD upon DB must be equal to AE upon EC. Got it, children? Okay. Now as I know that D is the midpoint of AB, so AD must be equal to DB. And I have explained you that if AD is equal to DB, then we can write AD upon DB is equal to 1. Correct? So this is what? This is AD upon DB only. So can I write that 1 is equal to AE upon EC? So it implies to AE upon EC is equal to 1. Okay, let us cross multiply. So while cross multiplying, I have got AE is equal to EC. So children, if in diagram AE is equal to EC, so what can we conclude? That E is the midpoint of side AC. Correct? So the same thing we wanted to prove. This is actually the midpoint theorem which you learnt in class 9th. So hence, a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side that bisect the third side. Bisect means it is going to divide the third side in two equal parts. Fine, students? Now children, let us switch to next question, that is question number 8 of exercise 6.2. Using theorem 6.2. Which is 6.2 theorem, children? Correct. That is the converse of basic proportionality theorem. Prove that the line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle. Means now you know that in both the sides of a triangle you will be having both the midpoints given. In previous question we proved that for the another side it will be a midpoint. Okay, but here you will be having both the midpoints given of both the sides of a triangle. Then we have to prove that that particular line which is going to join the midpoint of both the sides of a triangle, that is parallel to third side. This we have to prove now. Okay, so children, while reading this question, something may have come in your mind that this is nothing but the converse of midpoint theorem, which you learnt in class 9th, right? So let us recall its statement once again. Prove that the line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side of the triangle. Okay. So children, when I am going to prove midpoint theorem, I used the actual basic proportionality theorem. Okay. But when I am going to prove the converse of midpoint theorem, I am going to apply the converse of BPT only. Okay. So what can be done for doing this question? First of all, there is a triangle, you can see here in the diagram, triangle ABC. According to question, D and E, they both are the midpoints of the side AB and AC respectively. Fine children. And what we have to prove? We have to prove that DE is parallel to BC. DE is basically that particular line which is going to formed while joining the midpoint of the side AB as well as AC. Got it children? So children, if D is the midpoint of AB, so we can write that AD must be equal to DB. Okay. And if E is the midpoint of AC, then we can write that AE must be equal to EC. Okay. So if AD is equal to DB, then can we write AD upon DB must be equal to 1, because this DB I have brought here at denominator place. At denominator place. Okay. AE upon EC will also be equal to 1. Again here EC I have brought on left hand side at denominator place. Got it children? So children, let us consider them as equation number 1 as well as equation number 2. When AD upon DB is also equal to 1, AE upon EC is also equal to 1. So what can we say? It implies to that AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. What is this actually? Can anybody tell me? This is nothing but the ratio of both the sides of the triangle. Okay, these are those very sides where the line is going to intersect at point D as well as at point E respectively. Okay. So definitely when you will be having the same ratio given of two sides of a triangle, then we can conclude that the line which is going to intersect both the sides of a triangle, that line must be parallel to the third side of the triangle. So by the converse of BPT, we can say that DE is parallel to BC. Now have a look children in this diagram. I have concluded that AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. So when we will be having this ratio given equal, so we can say that DE must be parallel to BC. So the same thing we wanted to prove, that whenever there is a line which is joining the midpoint of any two sides of a triangle, that line must be parallel to the third side. Okay. So what did we apply to prove this converse of midpoint theorem? We have applied the converse of basic proportionality theorem to prove it. Got it children? Now children, that's it for the day. I hope you may have understood how to apply basic proportionality theorem as well as its converse while solving the problems based on it. Fine children. So now this is the time to get mathematics homework. Please note down your maths homework. Revise BPT, that is actually known as basic proportionality theorem, as well as Thales theorem and its converse. And children, you have to do the questions 3rd and 5th in which the application of BPT, its corollary as well as its converse is required, along with the classwork questions. Which classwork questions I have covered in today's lecture? That is question number 4, 6, 7 and 8 of exercise 6.2 in homework notebook. Fine, children? And children, one more thing I want to add in it, that you are not supposed to revise BPT orally. You will have to draw the diagram properly. You have to write given to proof construction as well as its proof. The more you write, if you are going to do the written practice of these theorems, you will really better understand the usage of these theorems. And children, most of the time the statement, such type of question is asked in board exam, that state and prove BPT. So you must be knowing the statement of BPT as well as its converse also. Fine, children? So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.